Alright, in this video I'm going to take you through the process of sharing assignments with students in your class, and I'll also give you the student perspective on how they see assignments and can handle those. So we're going to start off with a simple assignment that's based on a Word document that you might already have on your hard drive. So you'll simply click on the assignment link, and this will be a Word assignment. And you can give students instructions here, extra details about the assignment. Please be prepared to help develop success criteria. And we can set a due date. And so in this case, we'll choose something from the hard drive. So we're going to add a file attachment. You'll see your other options are to take something from Google Drive, attach or link to a YouTube video, or link to another page on the internet. So we'll start with an attachment from the computer. And if you notice here, I've got a Word document that we will add. And so it gets added to the assignment. You can upload or add more files if you'd like. So click upload, and that will go out to the students in the class. Now, what's interesting is over here where you see this drop down menu. So the first option is for students to view the file. So that means every student would be able to see the file, and that would be used if you wanted to simply have a description of the work that needed to be completed. You could do it this way, and students, when they go to submit the assignment, they'd be able to attach their own files or create a Google Doc to link to the assignment. If you give students editing access to the file, that means that every student in the class would have editing access to that file. And you can also make a copy for each student. So Google Classroom will kind of work like a photocopier in the cloud for you, and it'll help you organize your assignments within Google Drive, so that instead of having hundreds of assignments sitting in your shared with me folder, all of your students will be, all of your assignments will be sitting in appropriate folders within your Google Classroom folder. So I'm going to choose that make a copy for each student. And what I will do is assign that, and essentially it's gone out to every student now. So I'm just going to bring up a student perspective, put that on the left side of the page, and I'll put I'll put the student on the right side of the page and the teacher on the left. Okay, so you can see that the student's getting a notification something's been added to the stream. If they click on it, the Word assignment is there. Now, on the teacher side, if I as a teacher click on the assignment, Google Classroom has actually created a folder in my Google Drive for this assignment. But to begin with, it's empty. So nothing appears there until the student actually opens up the assignment. So I'll click on Open as the student, and within a moment or two I should see my shared document appear here. So Daniel's got this assignment, he's created it. As soon as he opens the assignment, that copy of the document is shared with me. So there's the assignment, and Daniel can open it from his Google Drive, and he can edit it in Microsoft Word, or he can edit it within Google Docs. So that's it for the Word assignment. I'm going to flip back and create an assignment with a Google Doc. So I'm going to go back to the teacher view, and we'll make that full screen. And in this case, we will create another assignment, and this will be a Google Doc assignment. And please use the research you completed in class to support your assignment. So I've given a title, some simple instructions here. I'm going to set a due date. We'll make it April Fool's Day. And in this case, I'm going to grab an assignment out of Google Drive. And the actual assignment that I'm going to grab, I just want to show you how it's set up. Because I think this is a good structure when you're working in Google Docs to keep everything available on one page for the student. So you'll notice in the top section of the document I've got the title of the assignment and description of the task. And so you could outline what their expectations are there. Then I put in a section for students to complete their work. And at the bottom I've got a section for assessment. And you could have success criteria in there. You could have learning expectations, put in a rubric or a checklist. It's totally up to you. But the reason that I like this structure is that the student doesn't have to move between tabs or web pages to see all the details about the assignment. So they see the task up here, they have the checklist here, and there's a nice spot for them to work in the middle of the document. So that's the assignment that I'm going to hand out to students. I'll jump back to Classroom and we'll click on Google Drive, and this time it's going to be this demo assignment, and I will add that. And again, I'm going to choose to make a copy for each student in the class. So I will assign that. So even though it says make a copy for each student in the class, the assignment itself actually isn't generated until the student clicks on the assignment. So I'm going to again go to the split screen, and the teacher view is on the left, the student is on the right. Something new has been posted to the stream, so we'll update that. And I've got this Google Doc assignment. Again, let's take a look on the teacher side at the folder in which assignments are organized. So right now there's nothing here. As soon as a student clicks on it, the Google Doc will be created and shared with the teacher. And there it is now. So I'm going to open that up as the student, and I'll make the student full screen now. And so the student can go ahead and complete their work here. And as the teacher, I can jump into the assignment at any point in time, and I can start giving the student feedback on their work. So I like to use the suggested edits mode to do that. So you can click on the pencil here and go to suggesting, and I'll say great start. How will you continue? So that's just a little prompt for the student, and it appears there. And what I really like about the suggested edits mode is that it appears in a different color, thus drawing the student's attention to it. There's also a comment that is generated based on what's been added by the teacher. So if I, as Daniel the student, come into the document, I can say I will continue in this way, etc., etc. And so now that they've responded to the teacher's comment, they can say I fixed it, and reply. And if they want to clear out the teacher's comment, they simply click on the X to reject it. Okay, so the student's work is all there. The teacher, they've been able to use the feedback from the teacher, and that feedback is also tracked in the revision history. So if I was to go open up the file as the teacher, I can look at the revision history and I can see where the feedback was given. So that's a nice way to manage feedback in the assignment. The other thing you'll notice on the student assignment, I'm signed in again as a student here, made full page, is that there's this turn in button. And what that will do is it will submit the assignment, but it will also change the student from the owner of a document to a viewer of the document. So I'm going to turn this assignment in just to demonstrate that. So turn in. here we go. It's asking me, okay, do you want to submit this? And I'll just say, please take a look, and I will turn that in. So the assignment's been turned in. As the teacher, what I see in Classroom is that Daniel's assignment is done. I haven't graded it yet, and I tend not to use the grading in Classroom. So I will click on Daniel here and open up his assignment, and I can continue to give feedback, etc. Now on Daniel's side, what you'll notice is that this assignment, he no longer has editing access to the document. So if I just reload this page, Daniel will see that he is a viewer and unable to make any more changes to his document. So if Daniel wanted to come back, say Daniel realized he forgot something in his assignment, what he would do from Google Classroom is he would click on his assignment and he would just click the unsubmit button. Okay, and unsubmit that. So once it's unsubmitted, Daniel can open up the assignment again, and it may take a couple of seconds for the permissions to come through. So right now it's view only. I'm just going to refresh again, and now Daniel has the ability to edit his document again. Now the other thing that Daniel might want to do, if this is his Google Doc and it's associated with the assignment, he can actually add other documents. So if Daniel had recorded an MP3, so please listen to my MP3 file, he can actually attach that to his assignment as well. So he can click on add and say upload a file, and I'm going to select it from my computer, and I've got this MP3 file that I'm going to open and upload. And what you see on the teacher side, if I go back to this folder where all the assignments are collected, is that here's Daniel's Google Doc, and here's the MP3 file that he shared with me. So as soon as that's added to the assignment, it appears in that shared folder. And I can definitely, as a teacher, listen to the assignment. This is an example of an audio file. I'll close that preview, and it's all there. I actually recommend against students ever using the turn in button, because I think you want to keep it open for them to have the opportunities to revise and edit their work as much as possible. So the last kind of assignment you might want to give is one where you've just got instructions for them and they have to create their own content. So I'm going to click on create an assignment again. It'll be an essay. Please submit your 5-paragraph essay. I know that's terribly original, and the due date will be April 9th, and I'm just going to assign this to the students. Okay, and again, flipping to the half-screen views, on Daniel's side I will return, and there's something new in the stream, so I've got an update here, essay. So what Daniel can do is he can click on the essay, and he can create a Google Doc presentation or spreadsheet right from here, and it will be associated with the assignment. So we'll call this his essay, and when he opens it, he can go ahead and edit. And on the teacher side, that is generated for me directly. But again, Daniel might choose to work in a Word document, or he might have the assignment already created in Google Docs. So what he can do is choose Add and go to Google Drive, and there it is, his 5-paragraph essay. As soon as he adds it, it will appear over here in the Shared with Me document. He may also have it as a Word document or some other format, PDF, etc. So he can go add and upload a file, and he can select it from his computer. We'll say it's that Word document again, upload that, and everything is shared with the teacher. And there it is. So all three of Daniel's assignments are there, and that would work for every student in the class. From Google Classroom, when I'm the teacher looking at the assignments, I can simply click on Daniel's name, and I see all three of the files that he associated with that particular assignment. And then I can open any of them up. So those are the ways that you can handle assignments within Google Classroom. You'll notice that there's a grade column here in Google Classroom and that I've tended to ignore it. And I think that the reason certainly that I choose to ignore it is because I don't think that simply entering a score reflects the kind of feedback and assessment for learning that we want to use with our students. And I tend to give the feedback directly in the assignment. And you'll see in some other tutorials that I've got that you can also use a tool called Doctopus and Gubrick to add a rubric to this assignment and score it for your students. So that's a stronger methodology than working with the scoring that's currently available in Google Classroom. So the one last thing you may want to see from the student view is that on the left side of their page, they can view all of the assignments that are due for them in their classroom. So they can quickly jump through to any classes that they have and see the assignments that are coming up for them. So it's a great way for them to manage their work. I actually think Google Classroom is stronger from the student side than a tool like Doctopus is. But from the teacher perspective, a tool like Doctopus is a little bit better. So that's it for this tutorial. Thanks.